Hello, this is Victor Zaitsev from EnergyPerformanceHub.com. This is tutorial number 5 of how to run energy performance contract. And on this tutorial we are going to talk about site visits of the potential partners to site visits. We are going to talk about evaluating the proposals which you receive, and we also will talk about the presentations, final presentations, and we will conclude basically with the final selection of the partner who will deliver energy performance contract for you. This is a very important session. Basically you are kind of signing up your life, if you want that kind of expression. Let's get started. Around the tables and site visits. Basically, after PQQ, what you have to do is invite potential 5 suppliers, as we discussed in the previous session, to come and visit your site. But don't just kind of start with the site visits. Prepare, do a presentation, invite a key personnel from your estate team. I would suggest director of estate, carbon manager, maintenance manager, director of finance if you can, and maybe key maintenance personnel and people who really understand your estates. Start this presentation, go through the stuff, explain them what the estates represent. Basically just go through the information you provided in invitation to tender in ITT. Just go through this and just explain it. They've seen it, now you're just going to explain it to them. Possibly there will be some new people, so it will be quite useful for your bidders. After the presentation, take them to site. Important thing what I would suggest is limit the amount of the representatives from each company to about 2, I suggest, so you can manage them during the site tour. And take them around the site basically. Take them to the typical plant rooms, show them domestic hot water, typical heating system with calorifiers or plate heat exchangers, boilers, energy center, service duct if you've got one, air handling units, lighting. Take them to the typical office area or any other similar typical areas which would be useful, so they can get a feel for it. Allow them to ask questions and take subject experts with you. For instance, like you can talk about transformers or high voltage distribution green on site if you've got one. So take those subject experts with you. Notice the way people basically behave, because it's quite interesting. You can almost see straight away, differentiate between the salesperson and engineer. Engineer will be taking notices, taking notes, and the salesperson would be talking and trying to talk. Limit talking, limitless sales talk basically. Stick to your guns and just show stuff around. Questions which you can't answer, record them. And they will be like requests for information, so you submit them at a later stage. Once your basically visit is complete, arrange a second visit and show some other typical areas as well of your plant or of your estate. This is also helpful. Some new people will come. People in a second visit will kind of get grips with your estate. So show some new typical areas which you have not shown before, and answer on RFIs, request for information. Okay, that's good. Basically at this stage now the potential suppliers, bidders will be doing proposal, answering your questions and doing it, submitting them by the deadline. And hopefully it's a standard procedure. You will get whatever you want. You can get hard copies, soft copies, or both. And at this stage what I suggest you do, you select like a panel of review, and it should be maybe 4 key kind of areas of finance and commercial, person who can understand finance, commercial aspects of the proposal. Second one is probably someone like director of asset who understands the kind of high level of the project, the deeper benefits, the holistic benefits of the project, and then possibly someone technical who understands the solutions, and person like carbon environmental manager who can understand like CO2 and carbon reductions and energy management, and who can understand and score those. Just go through, basically give those 5 proposals to the panel and let them just go through this, ask the questions, let them ask them to note all the questions and queries, and there will be a lot, that's fine, and just go through those and just for every point try to score, put some weighting factors for each of the points, and just score them and see where the scores total up to. And then have a sit together and basically look at the scores and shortlist, I suggest 2-3 companies which you really want to work with. That's my best advice. Once you've shortlisted 2-3 persons, let the other companies, unsuccessful companies, know that they are out of the process and thank them for getting you so far in the process. Now focus on the presentation. Submit some, you can ask them to do presentation, potential 2-3 suppliers, and base them on your proposal, basically on every section of the proposal. Give them 45 minutes, 1 hour to present. Leave half an hour, 40 minutes for questions, and invite 4-5 people from each of the companies. Obviously there will be some sales people, but try to get people who will actually deliver the project. The project manager, some technical specialists who came up with all these energy conservation measures you're asking, and basically let them present their recommendations to you. Another important point, make sure that you do your homework and you check the references. Once again, before the presentations, I suggest actually doing the visits. Spend half a day in one of the places where they've done energy performance project, and another half a day in the other place. Take notes and dig deep. Of course you will find positives and you will find stuff for improvement. Record both, and what this will allow you on the presentation to be very sharp and to ask some tough questions. There will be some stuff maybe where they haven't performed so well or they've made mistakes and it costs something. That's fine, there is no perfect project, specifically in construction. I haven't been in one yet. But that's fine, just to see the way they manage those issues and how they reacted. Ask those tough questions. And at the end, basically, of the presentations, once all 2-3 suppliers presented, just have a debrief session with your team. Sit down and just think about it. To come up with the total score and final decision, I suggest you take about 10% of your marks that you've done for the proposal, and you score 0 to 10 points for the presentation. And that's basically the way you will work out the total score. And just make the decision, sleep on it. Another important thing, if you haven't seen the team who will actually be delivering the project, make sure that you arrange specifically to see those guys, maybe from 2-3 companies. Have a separate or all-together session with all of them, and let them discuss it, meet those people. Make sure that the references they've provided are actually where those people worked previously, because obviously that's where experiences come. If you've got some new studies, I would worry seriously. Make sure that those people actually delivered the project references which the company supplied. Very important point. And then finally just make a decision. I know it's tough, but and everyone has got opinion, but you've got to make a decision. And that basically concludes the tutorial number 5. And the next tutorial we are going to start talking about the next phase of the energy performance contract called investment grade order. So I'm looking forward to this one. Bye.